So in your mala kit, you've received a cord, your knotting cord that's already been threaded with your needle and has already been tied at the end. So you just want to unravel that so that you have your knotting cord and lay it out, depending on if you have a wrist mala or a full 108 bead mala. Will depend, of course, on the length of your string. I'm working with a shorter string today, making a wrist mala. And I've already started this, but you're going to unravel and lay out your knotting cord and string your first bead. And pull it all the way in, all the way towards your knot, and give a little tug. So the most basic way to understand how to knot the mala is, I'm going to lay it out this way, is you're creating a knot above the bead. And to do that, we need to create a loop. So that's sort of the most basic way to see that and understand that. And you can make the mala with this method, just creating a loop and taking the bead through the loop, pull it through, and there I go. And I'm going to close this loop using my finger, slide it all the way down till it is close to that last bead. And when it's about that close and about that big, I'm going to pull apart each string of the knotting cord. I'm going to pull it apart slowly and carefully, and you'll notice that the knot slides down and tightens against the bead. And there you go, and I give a nice good tug. And I have a knot. And then I'm going to string on my next bead and repeat that. However, there's another way that you might find is easy for you once you sort of get the hang of it. And that is, I'm going to thread my bead on, hold my beads in my hand like that, and create the loop over my fingers and cross it. You see? So I'm just holding the beads there, wrapping it over and under, and cross. Place my thumb where it crosses and reach from behind, underneath that loop, to pull the string through. And again, I have a loop. And I can use my finger to slide it down, or if I have a toothpick, or you got a toothpick in your kit, or a pencil, you can also use that to help draw the loop close to the bead, the next bead. I'm going to gently remove my finger or the toothpick, and so that I have a loop. I want to make sure that this bead is close to the one before it, and again, pull the two strings directly apart slowly so that the knot slides down and tightens against the bead that it sits on top of, and pull tightly. There we go. And one other way to, I guess, to see how you can knot a mala is string on your bead, slide it all the way, and always give a nice tug. The next bead that you add, always pull it against that knot, it'll tighten and secure it. In this case, kind of same thing. I'm gonna lay my beads in my hand, wrap the cord around, but this time create the knot like this, pulling it through. Did you see that? I'm going to slide it down on my index finger. Rather than laying it down, I'm going to keep it like this, holding it, scooch it down, and gently slide my finger out and slowly close the loop. Not all the way. And I can again put it down to do this, or I'm pulling the strings apart in the same way, slowly, and then giving a tug. And there you go. Whoops. There you go again. And with this method, actually, you can string on a few beads at a time. And I like to do this so that I'm not stringing one each time after a knot. So I might put a few on, 3, 4, 5, 10. Here I'm just going to do a few to so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm going to slide them all the way down, right? And then the ones that I'm not ready to knot, slide those away, and I still have the one that I'm knotting on. And again, I'm going to hold it like this, wrap it, and the cross, kind of crossing over is like that, loop the beads through, and now I have this knot here, and I'm going to slowly pull on this string to close up the loop and gently release my finger and pull, not tightly and not so it's closed, but so that the loop is just sitting gently on top of the last bead. And again, pulling the strings directly apart slowly and carefully. Give a nice tug. And now I just slide my next bead down and give it a nice tug. There you go. And play with all the different methods. It might take you a little while to figure out which way is most comfortable with your hands and your fingers. I say it kind of takes a while to find your groove. Remember to work slowly and carefully and gently. And if you make any, say, mistakes, or you find that you want to redo a knot, you can always use a toothpick or a needle to pick at the knot to loosen it and undo it. And remember that knotting your mala is a meditation in itself, so enjoy the process.